So another podcast we're listening to this week is Will Brem's interview with Sassen. And in this interview, they have a conversation about intermediaries and how these intermediaries are used as an instrument to create profit. They start with Sassen in Japan, in Tokyo in the 1980s. And Tokyo is going through a lot of changes, building a financial sector, and they have a lot of cash or money on hand and are exporting money. Where in New York City and in London, you have new strategies to create profit from things like derivatives. And they give the example of high finance functioning as an intermediary. And then Will tells Sassen that he is interested in her explorations of the abuses of power that are legal. And she gives some examples, one of intermediary actors taking English milk or milk from Britain, exporting it to Germany, and then taking German milk and exporting it back to England. And she explains a bit about how intermediaries in the chain can't actually lose. They're always making money, whereas in these transactions, the farmers are often the ones who are on the losing end. So she raises the point that we need experts in our political class, and we need experts in U.S. Congress who understand at a more fundamental level these more complex kind of ideas. Because she says the Congress will bring in high finance professionals as the experts, and they present a complex set of ideas that really cloud the water, and then Congress decides that they need to outsource these kind of decisions to these experts, which we have seen now done in digital with Facebook and Google and all of these companies as well. And she makes the example that Elizabeth Warren is an expert, and that her expertise is quite helpful in working in politics, right? And so this example brought to mind, for me, our most recent education secretary, Betsy DeVos, who is an insider without any particular expertise in education. And then, of course, spent 4 years focused on commodifying education through voucher programs and charter schools, etc. Something to think about. And so they end their conversation when Will asks about education, and Sassen says a few very interesting things, and I'm paraphrasing here. She says that the heart of the paradigm is still strong, but that she wants to work at the fuzzy edges of that paradigm. Right? And then she goes on to say, I'm not interested in these conversations about the small details and these arguments that are being had, but she's more interested in combining these different disciplines in order to create something new. And she states at the end that I am an explorer at the edges of the paradigm, which I thought was very interesting. And so maybe in these videos we can, or in your responses, you can talk about, we can further explore the idea of combining these different disciplines in order to create something new. And I thought it could be very interesting to continue the conversation about exploring and working at the edges of these educational paradigms. And so I look forward to your response. Thank you very much.